What did I just say? I can't do this. Why am I so stupid? Why do I even bother? Hi, I'm Christian Seaman. I'm here to share with you how changing your negative thoughts into positive thoughts will improve your life. This is something that is near and dear to my heart because it's something I have struggled with throughout my whole life and especially affected me as a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So why is negative thinking such a big problem? Two things. One, negative thinking is something that affects almost everybody. And another is that negative thinking is linked to mental health disorders. For example, the Cleveland Clinic states psychologists link negative thinking to depression, anxiety, chronic worry, and obsessive compulsive disorder. But almost all human beings contend with it, even those born without a positive outlook on life. An additional quote from the mental health unit from the Cleveland Clinic is negative self talk can be the sneaky link that intensifies any depression or anxiety that you're having. If you're going through certain mental hardships, the last thing your mind needs is constant criticism, plus it can cause you to shrink back from your support systems. And additionally, from the mental health clinic, it says you may develop low self-esteem from overload of negative thoughts in your head. The more you beat yourself up about not doing things right, less confidence you have to try again. So, this is a problem that affects a lot of people, so how can we solve it? Different solutions include doing positive self-talk, reading self-help books, staying therapist, and several others. The one that I'm going to be talking to you more about today is practicing positive self-talk. Self-talk is the internal dialogue that you have with yourself. However, instead of having a more negative than positive self-talk, you focus on the positive. For example, from the Mayo Clinic, positive thinking often starts with self-talk. Self-talk is an endless stream of unspoken thoughts that you run through your head. This quote shows that by doing positive self-talk, you can create positive thinking, which is a very important thing. An additional quote from the Mayo Clinic is that start by following one simple rule. Don't say anything to yourself that you wouldn't say to anyone else. Be gentle and encouraging with yourself. If a negative thought enters your mind, evaluate it rationally, and respond with affirmation about what is good about you. Think about only things you're thankful for in your life. That quote basically talks about how it's always important to treat yourself the way you would treat someone else that you come in contact with. Like, for example, you wouldn't just go up to a person on the street and be like, you're stupid, you don't know anything, your life does not matter at all. So why would you do that to yourself? Why can't we just show gratitude towards yourself for all the positive things that you can do? And something I learned is that when you have all these negative thoughts, is to replace it for positive ones. And I've worked on applying that in my life, and it has helped me so much. An argument against practicing positive self-talk is that people say it does not make a difference. However, Dr. Davis references several studies that show the difference it can make, and I quote, viewing oneself more positively than others also seems to buffer the effects of stress. This evidence is mostly consistent with research on self-worth, self-confidence, and self-esteem, processes that may be considered types of positive thinking. So now that we know how we can solve this, what does that mean to you personally? This quote from psychologist Lauren Alexander teaches about what happens if you don't practice positive self-talk. And I quote, people engaging in harmful negative self-talk are much more likely to pull back and isolate themselves, explains Dr. Alexander. This can become a big risk factor for depression and anxiety, even suicide. Basically, this quote is saying how harmful negative self-talk is and why we should avoid doing it, especially if we struggle with other mental illnesses. In my research of this subject, I found this quote from the Positive Psychology website, which states, namely optimism, which is often considered a type of positive thought, seems to contribute to positive health outcomes. For example, Scher and Carver linked optimism to few physical ailments such as cough, fatigue, muscle soreness, and dizziness. Basically, this shows that instead of just the mental benefits, there are also a lot of positive physical benefits to practicing positive thinking. So what can we do in order to achieve these results? In conclusion, practicing positive self-talk will benefit you immensely. It will help you to have happiness and less stress in your life and be able to live in a way that you want to live and not worry and feel beat down by all the negativity that you have in your life. And I know that this is possible because this is something that I am been experiencing in my own life. It's something that I still to this day struggle with and something that I will continually strive to move forward and overcome. And the main thing what I learned from seeing a therapist is the importance of making sure you keep the conscious effort to have the positive thinking with yourself. That as you do so, you will feel that peace that you desire. And I challenge you that over the next 24 hours to practice positive thinking and focus on doing positive self-talk. And I know that as you do this, you will be stress-free and your stress level will decrease in your life and you'll be able to have a happier overall life. Thank you.